Let's go to Scott Oake. Scott.
All right, Ron. Well, the answer to the Chris Kunitz question is that he is in the lineup for the Ducks tonight. He's way ahead of schedule from the hand surgery he had just over 2 weeks ago. And Travis Moan, by the way, has earned promotion tonight to the Ducks top line. He'll start the game with Solani and McDonald. Stanley Cup playoffs been a coming-out party of sorts for the pride of Stewart Valley, Saskatchewan. Might have been Travis Moan before they began, but not now. Not after a couple of game winners, and it's not uncommon to see Moan surrounded by the media. Plays on a checking line, but he scores as well. They're loving this in Stewart Valley, Saskatchewan, just outside of Swift Current, where Travis's brother Brant still runs the family farm. And at the local school tonight, they've gathered to watch the game. And they're raising money both for the school and for a local boy, Troy, whose wife Erin passed away a couple of months ago. So the Stanley Cup is big in the nation's capital tonight, but also big in Stewart Valley, Saskatchewan. Here's Elliotte Freidman.
Yes, Scott, up in the Brian Smitty Smith press box, named after the late local sportscaster, stuntman Stu Schwartz, is one of the people you will hear from, the public address announcer who announced the Senators in a couple of moments. John Muckler had a great insight about his team the other day. He said watching them in the first two games reminded him of the 1983 Edmonton Oilers, their first series against the New York Islanders. They had no idea how hard it was to win the final series, no idea that to beat a team at the best, you've got to be even better than your own best. He said, this will be a test of our mental toughness, and the Senators players were told not to worry about the things they couldn't control, like the ice or the referees, and worry about their own play. Jean Cormier, the cameraman. This is the media press box down here where a lot of the print people will cover the game from. Then as we go up the stairs, we move more towards the broadcast booth. And all the runners here too, that's Brian Morris and Senators PR, NHL International, Dave Strader and Joe Micheletti. In here, the Ottawa broadcast booth, that's Gord Wilson and Dean Brown on the Team 1200. And of course, the Hockey Night in Canada broadcast booth, Bob Cole, Harry Neale, Greg Millen. Gentlemen.
You know, Scott mentioned last night about a great evening we had with some of the greats of the Montreal Canadiens of years gone by. Dickie Moore is one of them, 6 Stanley Cups. He said to me last night, Bob, if you see any of the Ottawa Senators tomorrow, and I did talk to one of them, Jason Spezza, this morning, tell him this from one of the greatest competitors of all time, Dickie Moore. Don't worry about line changes. Don't worry about line matchups. Play your game of hockey and play it as hard as you can, and everything will be fine. Is that good advice?
Well, it is. I think the Ottawa players have to remind themselves, don't try and do more. Do less better. You'll get the results you're looking for if you try that.
And puck support. They got to have a lot more puck support for the puck carrier, so they have some passing outlets to generate speed. They get lots of it in this building usually.
Ron, it's been a great year for Ottawa. It's not over yet, but this tonight is their most important hockey game to date.